Students, today in chemistry we will study F block elements, that is your inner transition metals. Elements in which last electron goes to F orbitals of antipenultimate shell. Antipenultimate, that is inner to second last. These are called F block elements. As you know periodic table, it is divided in 4 blocks. Group 1 and 2, these are called S block elements. Group 13 to 18, these are P block elements. Transition metals, F block, it consists of 2 series placed at the bottom of the periodic table. As we know, F subshell, it is the set of 7 orbitals. 7 2s are 14. In each series, there are 14 members. The first one is lanthanoid series. After lanthanum, the 14 elements, that is, the atomic number of lanthanum is 57. From 58 to 71, these are called lanthanoids. That is, lanthanoids involve the filling of electron in 4f subshell. There are 14 members from cerium to lutetium. Only one lanthanoid is radioactive, it is promethium. The second is actinoid series. The series involving the filling of electron in 5f subshell, it is called actinoid series. After actinium, students, actinium, it is transition metal. After these 14 elements, 90 to 103, these are called actinoids. All actinoids are radioactive. At last, we will compare lanthanoids and actinoids. 2 points, electron goes to 4f subshell. In actinoids, electron goes to 5f subshell. Second point, only promethium is radioactive. Actinoids, all are radioactive. Now please, first one is lanthanoid series. After lanthanum, the 14 member, cerium to lutetium. Lanthanum is transition metal. It is included in lanthanoid series because it closely resembles to lanthanoids. These are the 14 members and it involves the filling of electron in 4f subshell. These are also called lanthanones. Lanthanides or lanthanones. The 14 members after lanthanum, these are called lanthanoids. The second is actinoid series. Again, there are 14 members. What is the difference? In it, the electron goes to 5f subshell. Series involving the filling of electron in 5f subshell. After actinium, 14 members, thorium to lawrencium, 90 to 103. These are called actinoids or actinones. Now the students, the question is, why F block elements are called inner transition metals? F block, it is called inner transition metal. Students, it's clear. Please look here again. It's lanthanum, transition metal, atomic number 57. After 57, these are lanthanoids. Belongs to group 3. Again 72, it is transition metal. Left side transition metal, right side transition metal. They are surrounded by transition metals of D block on both sides. Lanthanoids 58 to 71. Before this 57, it is transition metal. And after 71, 72, it is again transition metal. They are surrounded by transition metals of D block on both sides. Hence, they are called inner transition metals. It's clear, students. Cerium to lutetium. After lutetium, the next member is transition metal, that is hafnium, having atomic number 72. Before cerium, it's lanthanum, again transition metal with atomic number 57. Now they are in between transition metals, so we call them inner transition metals. After this, the next question is, what is basic difference between the electronic configuration of transition metals and inner transition metals? Since transition metal indicates D block, inner transition metal indicates F block. What is the basic difference between the electronic configuration? In transition metals, the last electron goes to n-1 d subshell, that is penultimate shell. While in inner transition metals, the last electron goes to n-2 f subshell. That's the answer. The last electron in transition metal goes to n-1 d subshell, whereas in inner transition metal, it goes to n-2 f subshell. Now we will study chemistry of lanthanoids. Chemistry of lanthanoids. Before studying the chemistry of lanthanoids, at first we should know lanthanoids are 14 members after lanthanum. That is cerium to lutetium, 58 to 71. Number 1, electronic configurations. Friends, again before doing the electronic configuration, we must know the electronic configuration of lanthanum. Its atomic number is 57, it is transition metal. The nearest noble gas is xenon. 6s2 5d1 57. After lanthanum, the 14 members, these are called lanthanoids. Students, the single 5d electron shifts to 4f subshell. It shifts to 4f subshell due to symmetry. When d subshell is vacant, it is symmetry. Orbitals of same energy should have same electrons. When we proceed for lanthanoids, we transfer this electron to 4f subshell in all except gadolinium and lutetium. Please come here. What's the electronic configuration of cerium? Very easy, students. Please at first write the nearest noble gas, xenon 54. Now we know 58 to 71. We got an indication they are lanthanoids. What at first write, students? At first we write basic 4f 5d 6s. After this mention the electrons, it is easy. We have to approach up to 58. 54 and 2, 56. 56 and 2, 58. It's 0. We transfer this to 4f subshell. That's the easy way to mention their configuration. What's the configuration of promethium? Atomic number is given 61. Students, again in the same way. Xenon 4f 5d 6s 6s2. Valence shell is filled. 56. We have to approach up to 61. 56 plus 561. That's the electronic configuration of promethium. What's the electronic configuration of gadolinium? Again, students, nearest noble gas xenon. What I tell you, what will we write? 4f 5d and 6s. 52 and 6. 256. How much left? 8. Students, F is the set of 7 orbitals. So we give it symmetry. Its d subshell remain as such. It contain 1 electron. So I mentioned you the 5d electron shifts to 4f in all except gadolinium. Because F is the set of 7 orbitals. Now it is symmetry. Next, terbium. Again atomic number is mentioned 65. What will we do? Xenon 4f 5d and 6s. 56. 54 plus 2, 56. We have to approach up to 65. It means we will add 9. That's the electronic configuration of terbium. Europium. Xenon. What will we write? I tell you 4f 5d 6s. Now fill up it. 6s to 56. We have to approach up to 63. 56. We have to approach up to 63. It means I will write 7. Ytterbium. Atomic number 70. Again, at first write noble gas. Then write, I tell you 4f 5d and 6s. 56. 70, that is 40. Last one is lutetium. It is last lanthanoid. Xenon. I tell you write 4f 5d and 6s. 56. How much left? 15. F subshell contain 14. D will remain as such. It's clear. In lutetium we mention 5d1 and in gadolinium again we mention 5d1. But in all others the 5d electron shifts to 4f. I hope the concept of electronic configuration is clear. Approach to the noble gas, then write 4f 5d and 6s. Then check its atomic number and add the electrons. After this, students, next oxidation state. At first, what is the common oxidation state of lanthanoids? Your answer is +3. What is the common oxidation state of alkali metals? Group 1, we write +1. What is the common oxidation state of lanthanoids? +3, except in a few cases where it may be +2 or +4. Now the question is, name one lanthanoid which show +4 oxidation state. It's clear your answer should be cerium. When it loses its 4 electrons, approach to noble gas. Or it may be terbium. These are the lanthanoids which show +4 oxidation state. When it loses 2 electrons from S and 2 from F, it becomes stable, half filled. Name one lanthanoid which show +4, you write answer either cerium or terbium. Next, name one lanthanoid which show +2 oxidation state. Students, +2 oxidation state. These are the members which show +2 oxidation state. Maybe europium or ytterbium. Clear, when it lost 2 electrons, that is it is stable. Again when it lost 2 electrons, it is again stable, 4f14. Europium or ytterbium, +2. Common oxidation state is +3, except in a few cases where it may be +2 or +4. The question may be, name one lanthanoid which show +4, then answer cerium. Which show +2, then answer either europium or ytterbium. That's the second property, oxidation state. After this, the third property is lanthanoid contraction. Students, that's the important, that is atomic and ionic radii of lanthanoids. Atomic and ionic radii of lanthanoids, that is size of lanthanoids. In the size of the lanthanoids, we use the term lanthanoid contraction. What is lanthanoid? The set of 14 elements from cerium to lutetium. It is lanthanoid. 58 to 71. Lanthanoid contraction means they will contract, their size decrease. The answer is within the term lanthanoid contraction. Slow steady decrease, slow means come, steady means regular. Slow steady decrease in the size of lanthanoids with increase in their atomic number. It is called lanthanoid contraction. Again, these are the lanthanoids, cerium to lutetium. When we move from 58 to 71, that is their atomic and ionic radii decrease. This is called lanthanoid contraction. Slow steady decrease in the size of lanthanoids with increase in their atomic number. After this, what is the cause of lanthanoid contraction? Students, at first, lanthanoids, that is F block elements. Electron goes to anti-penultimate shell, inner to second last, that is third last, 4f. It is 5d. It is 6s. That's your nucleus. Valence shell contain 2 electrons in all lanthanoids, but electrons inner goes to 4f subshell. When we start from cerium, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Students, in lanthanoid series, the electrons are added in 4f subshell, and we know the shielding effect decrease in the order s, p, d. Very poor shielding effect is shown by f subshell, and that is the reason, cause of lanthanoid contraction. It is due to very poor shielding of the electrons in 4f subshell. This imperfect shielding is not able to compensate the effect of nuclear charge. The net result is slow steady decrease in the size of lanthanoids with increase in their atomic number, which we call lanthanoid contraction. Cause of lanthanoid contraction, only this line, very poor shielding of the electron in 4f subshell. After this, important consequences of lanthanoid contraction. What are the applications of lanthanoid contraction? From these consequences, one question may be in your exams. First, lanthanoid contraction affects the chemistry of second and third transition series. Students, when we study transition series, first series, that is electron goes to 3d subshell, second series 4d, and third series 5d. We study one assumption that the atomic radii of second and third series is almost same due to lanthanoid contraction. That's atomic radius, that's the series involving the filling of electron in 3d subshell. First series, scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, so on. That's second, ytterbium, zirconium, niobium, molybdenum, and so on. That's third, lanthanum, hafnium, tantalum, tungsten, rhenium, osmium, iridium, and so on. The atomic radii of second and third series is almost same after the first member, after lanthanum, because after lanthanum there are 14 lanthanoids. There are 14 lanthanoids involve the filling of electron in 4f subshell. Due to lanthanoid contraction, the pair of elements zirconium and hafnium have similarities. Why does pair of elements niobium and tantalum possess similarity? Again, your answer is lanthanoid contraction. That's the first application. It affects the chemistry of second and third series, that is atomic radii of second and third series is almost similar due to lanthanoid contraction. In this, we study 3 basic applications, and in each case we use the term lanthanoid contraction. Second, similarity among lanthanoids. Similarity among lanthanoids. The question may be why it is difficult to separate lanthanoids in pure state. Students, we study lanthanoid contraction, the slow studies, come a regular aligning. Why it's difficult to separate lanthanoids in pure state? Again, due to lanthanoid contraction, there is very small change in the size of lanthanoids. Hence, their chemical properties are similar. so it's difficult to separate them in pure state. Again we use the term due to lanthanoid contraction. There is very small change in the size of lanthanoids, hence their chemical properties are similar, so it's difficult to separate them in pure state. Please write the answer in your notebook. After this, the third application, that's again important, basicity difference. In this we study the question, which is more basic, lanthanum hydroxide or lutetium hydroxide, and why? Students, that's your alkali metals, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. When we move down the group, what happens? Basic strength increase. Because on moving down the group, size of alkali metal increase, so its tendency to form stable covalent bond with smaller hydroxide ion decrease, hence the release of OH negative ion becomes Cc. Cation part size increase, cation anion bond becomes weak. Size of alkali metal increase, its tendency to form stable covalent bond with smaller hydroxide ion decrease, hence basicity increase. But in lanthanoid contraction, when we move from cerium to lutetium, what happens? Students, size decrease. In this case, what happens? Size of alkali metal increase, that is basicity increase. Size increase, basicity increase. Size is directly proportional to basic nature. Bond becomes weak. But in it, size decrease. When size decrease, that is, size is directly proportional to basic nature, size decrease, so basic strength decrease. Now it's clear which is more basic, students, lanthanum hydroxide. Again, due to lanthanoid contraction, size of the lanthanoid ion decrease, so its tendency to form stable covalent bond with smaller hydroxide ion increase, hence basicity decrease. Again repeating, which is more basic? Students, when we move in lanthanoid, size decrease, size of lanthanoid ion decrease. When size of lanthanoid ion decrease, its covalent bond with smaller hydroxide ion becomes stable, so it does not dissociate. But in alkali metals, we move down the group, size of alkali metal increase, so its bond with smaller hydroxide ion becomes weak, hence it easily dissociate. Which is more basic? Lanthanum hydroxide. Again, the reason is lanthanoid contraction. After lanthanoids, the next is chemistry of actinoids. Students, same as we study in lanthanoids, but the difference in it, electron goes to 5f subshell. Chemistry of actinoids at first electronic configuration. Students, actinoids we know from atomic number 90 to 103. When we know the electronic configuration of actinium, we can easily do. It's actinium, transition metal. Nearest noble gas is xenon. Now give one practice for the electronic configuration of fermium atomic number 100. What we write, students? At first nearest noble gas in the same way as we do in lanthanoids. In lanthanoids we write 4f, here we write 5f. 6d 7s. It's the general pattern. Please at first write in this form. 7s2 valence shell field 86 and 2 88. What is its atomic number? 100. It means we write here 12. This electron goes to f subshell. That's the electronic configuration of fermium. In the same way, please do the electronic configurations. Don't worry, atomic number will be mentioned. In lanthanoid we study lanthanoid contraction. In actinoids we study actinoid contraction. Again same. Slow steady decrease in the size of actinoids with increase in their atomic number. Now last one, distinguish lanthanoids and actinoids. Friends, when we do the introduction, we study 2 points. That is, electron goes to 4f, electron goes to 5f. Only one lanthanoid which is radioactive, PM promethium. PM promethium. All actinoids are radioactive. Lanthanoids, they have less tendency to form coordination complexes. We will study this question after this. At first we are doing the difference. They have less tendency to form complexes. They have more tendency to form complexes. Lanthanoid contraction is less as compared to actinoid contraction. Again we study this. Actinoid contraction is more. Vice versa ही रहेगा difference में. They don't form oxo ions. They don't form oxocations. They form oxocations. The common oxidation state of lanthanoids is +3, except in a few cases where it may be +2 or +4. Students, again the common oxidation state of actinoids is +3. F below, common oxidation state is +3, but in actinoids, in addition to +3, they also undergo higher oxidation states, +5, +6 or +7. This is the difference between lanthanoids and actinoids. Now the question, why does the magnitude of actinoid contraction is more as compared to lanthanoid contraction? Students, actinoid contraction is more as compared to lanthanoid contraction. It is clear, in actinoids electron goes to 5f and in lanthanoid it goes to 4f. Students, 1s, 2s, 3s and so on, shielding effect decrease. For the same subshell, value of principal quantum number increase, shielding effect decrease. The same reason. It is due to very poor shielding of the electron in 5f subshell as compared to 4f subshell. Please write answer of this question. Why actinoid contraction is more than lanthanoid contraction? Very poor shielding of the electron in 5f subshell as compared to 4f subshell. Second question, why actinoids have more tendency to form complexes as compared to lanthanoids? Actinoids have more tendency because small size of their ions and greater effective nuclear charge. The answer is because of the small size of their ions and greater effective nuclear charge. They proceed from 90 to 103. Their nuclear charge magnitude is more as compared to lanthanoids. Small size of their ions and greater effective nuclear charge. That's the reason they have more tendency to form complexes. After this, the question is, what is Misch metal? It is again important. Misch metal, students, it is the important alloy having the following composition. It contains 95% lanthanoid metals. 95% lanthanoid metals plus 5% iron with a very few traces of sulfur, carbon, calcium or aluminium. Misch metal is an important alloy containing 95% lanthanoids plus 5% iron with traces of carbon, calcium, sulfur, aluminium, etc. 95% lanthanoids. Out of these 95%, 50% is cerium. And students, cerium, it is the most commonly occurring lanthanoids. Which is the most commonly occurring lanthanoids? Your answer should be cerium. 50% cerium, 40% lanthanum, plus rest are the other lanthanoids. It is your Misch metal. Thank you.